Alright, today we're going to talk about the wins and losses in gardening. A lot of people want to use a lot of sprays and miracle grows and things like that. But by using like manure, chicken manure, horse manure, cow manure, wood chips, especially in a raised bed. If you look at my raised bed here, it's actually some 2x6s that I have. This whole bottom part is basically wood chips all to the bottom. I've stirred in a little compost, as far as like composted manure, that's it. Nothing that I've made or anything, from one of my neighbors. Here, maybe from a little bit down and up is basically potting soil. You can kind of get any kind of potting soil. Miracle Grow potting soil, whatever, as long as it's a good potting soil. And I use like some azomite, rock dust, things like that. But that's not what I want to really talk about anyway. But that's kind of how I made this raised bed, some 2x6s, and I cut them up. This is what I really want to talk about, and I'll bring you in for a closer look, is the wins and losses in gardening. If you look, all of this is in the same bed, but I have dinosaur kale here that's thriving. Some bok choy here that doesn't have too much, but right here for some reason in this section an infestation occurred. Okay, and I also have some lettuce and things like that that I have that came about, and all the way back to the bed. I mean, we kind of got this quarter of the bed was infested. I kind of caught it late, but I went and I looked online. I did some YouTubing and ended up getting this neem oil, and it has slowed the progress. And I've watched from peeling back the back of my leaves and having those little worms all over the leaves. Now it's just already they've taken their course. I don't really see the worms anymore, but like I said, I kind of got on it late, and I really don't use this much. I just used it because somebody suggested it online through one of the little YouTube videos as something to deter pests. But for the most part, I just say plant more. The bugs are going to eat some. They can't get it all. But one thing I found was kind of strange, that they might only like certain types, because this is like, I think like a Chinese cabbage or something like that. I can't remember, but they love to eat that stuff. But look at the lettuce that I have right on side of it. The little salad bowl lettuce, mixed lettuce that everybody gets. I didn't like them at first because they were all wet looking and things like that. I think this is called like Paris Island. And if you look to the back, I have the kale, the red Russian kale. And I'll bring you around. So these are the wins in gardening. I have some tomato up in here, and look at that. And under here, what I did was I went in, and I don't know if they're gonna make it or not, but if you look under here, I ended up planting some garlic, interplanting to try to, I tried to do that for the pests, was plant some garlic in between there and see if that can stop the pests that hate garlic not come around the rest of it. So here's again some more dinosaur kale we're gonna start harvesting. I've been eating off of this. It looks like this, but I'm telling you, I really been eating off of it. This is some blueberry bushes I put up, and this is some celery that we have. And you see all that green and how lush that is, only to get right here on the back side and see that maybe it's a lack of management, because we have been working inside and kind of re-putting the sheetrock in the house and things like that we've been busy with as well. But we wanted to have something that we can eat on, something for us to eat on. And I just wanted, I didn't have time to put much videos out, so I wanted to have some time to actually give you a video on what we've been doing, how we've been eating. So we've been harvesting this stuff, making salads just about maybe once or twice a week. A lot of things been going on. We've been out of town a lot, and I think that's how the bugs really got ahead of us. I haven't made any pepper sprays and all those things, so you can see some things I would think next year when planting these I would know to keep these sprayed with the neem oil, and I would try not to spray anything else, because I mean these look kind of pest resistant right now, and I'll save the seeds from these. That's why I'm really letting them grow. I want to save the seeds where I can just have more and more, but don't plant them all close together. I think the inner planting really helped, and I can see a lot of these are the same thing close together. So next time I would take one of these and put it over there in the middle, you know, kind of separate them, so the pests that love this plant, even though they eat this plant, if they want that next one, they got a little further to go than just feast right next door to each other. And that's it, and that's the wins and losses in gardening. Don't get upset being a beginner gardener. You might get upset and like, oh man, you know, don't get upset. Just keep planting your seeds. When you're planting seeds, you don't feel as bad as when you're planting those trees that you plant, those plants that you're paying $2 for, right? So plant some seeds that you're paying $2 for 100 seeds, and that way when you lose a plant you won't feel so bad. And look at all this space we have. I mean, if you have the space,